Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy.
Well, hello everybody. Sty Story Sunday. Hey, welcome. It's great to see y'all. Yep, another Sty Story Sunday. Love them. Hey, I'm going to shout out the folks that are over in the chat real quick. Sheba B. Right there, right away. Great to see you, girl. King Pluto. Hey, in fact, being that I got you, King Pluto, I need your mail-in address. So please email me your email address. And my email address is right there in the banner underneath the picture here. Get me your mail-in address, buddy. I gotta get that gift card that you won Christmas Day off to you. And I looked, I can't find your address. Okay. Then we got Mojo. Hey, grilling and chilling with Mojo. Great to see you, buddy. Oh, man, that guy can cook. He's lucky I don't live next door. I'd be harassing him all the time. I can't eat a lot, but I'd be over there sampling all the time. Yeah. Then we got Tim with Kirk Whipper Voyager Center. It is awesome to see you, my friend. Awesome. And Chowser, Fox and Outdoors. It's been a little while since I've seen you, man. It's good to see you. He's back and forth between a few things, but he's in the house. He's in the house. Yeah. We got, there's Peppers in Kentucky Living. Yes. Hi. Great to see you. Everybody shouting hi to each other. There we go. I got everybody that's out in the chat, at least for the moment. And I got one person down in the basement. Kind of like my I don't know, accessory to crime or whatever you would want to call him. But we'll bring him on up here anyway. There he is. There's Running Water.
Evening, y'all.
Whose birthday it is? No, I don't. I'm sorry. With what's been going on lately, I have been so pulled in 10 different directions all the time. I can't keep track of nothing. Can't keep track of nothing. Yeah, he's up. He's back out on the road. He's back out on the road. For those of you that don't know, I now live at Running Water's house. Running Water's out on the road 80% of the year. He's only home for cumulatively throughout the whole year. He's only home for about a month a year. So I don't get to see him that often, except on here. So we keep track of each other every couple of days. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at here! Look at here! There we go. Hey, how's Phil tonight?
Phil's doing all right tonight. How are you doing tonight, Sty and Sty Jr.?
Sty and Sty Jr.
Well,
hey, Justin.
His new avatar makes his
Timothy.
beard look gray as hell.
Oh, it's covered in ice. I was out there snow blowing and it's just frozen solid.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. That said, where I was talking the other night, I said, yeah, I looked out the window that morning. I looked out there and Running Water's out there snow blowing. I'm going, yes. It's nice. He got out there before I had to. But that's the way he looked, man. He looked like freaking Frosty the Snowman with
okay.
about a month's worth of face growth,
What's up, Timothy Parker? How you doing? Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay, because it didn't type that way, Sheba. Yes, Lori J. I remember who you are. You betcha I do.
What's up, Mojo? Did you watch any football today?
All right. Go ahead. It can go down in history. But, I talked to all of our players here in Wisconsin, and I told them, I said, we feel bad for these guys. We really do. Look at their year. They really
year.
They needed it, man. They needed to beat one of the best NFL teams in the world. Give it to them. So they had a hard time caving in. They said, but for Sty, we'll do it. We'll let the Lions win one. What the hell?
Yeah. Blind squirrel.
Yeah.
What squirrel?
Well, it's really hard to lose to the Lions. I mean, you have to really try.
You have to try hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Blake, it's great to see you, buddy. Great to see you.
Gotta love them Lions. Holy mackerel.
That was that.
They beat Arizona too, right?
Yeah.
So the worst team basically in the NFL this year, and they beat two of the best teams. So it's like, what the hell, right?
Yeah. We're not 15 minutes into the stream. They don't want you cussing in the first 15 minutes.
I'm sorry,
but I can say it without cussing. Those are sympathy screws.
I'll tell you.
The Lions, it's like getting lucky on a Saturday night, They got lucky a couple times this year.
They want to go out there and just pound the ball, and I get it, but you can't be predictable. I think it's the biggest problem that our team, the team I've loved all my life, the biggest problem they've had for years is predictability. What they're going to do on first, what they're going to do almost every single down. It almost seems like the other team is in the middle of your playbook and knows exactly what you're going to do.
And that's it. I noticed that it doesn't seem to matter who they're playing. It's like they're reading every play, man. Mm-hmm. They're reading every play. Yep. It's and it makes you. And it's. I'm sorry, but that's just my observation. Yeah, Beaner. But it's my observation that it doesn't matter offense or defense. It's like they're still reading the plays, and I think it's predictability. I think it's. I don't know if they got into this rhythmic pattern that the other teams have just mastered to be able to read them or what. But
you would think with a new coach or with a new
that he'd mix it up.
Or that you would think with the new coach, with the new quarterback, anything that would change it up and would make things different. But it doesn't seem to be that way. So I don't know. Maybe other teams all feel like that too. Like their teams, like when things don't go good, that the other teams can predict what they're doing. That's why I like these trick
Right.
plays. You know, they do like a double reverse and
Yeah.
all the stuff that they made these big scores on today. And they did that against LA Rams too. You know, when they played the Rams earlier this season, they still lost, but they played well against the Rams, and they could have won that game, but they stopped doing what was making them competitive.
That's it.
You got to have more trick plays. I mean, again, if you don't have the talent to get out there and ground and pound and just you better have something up your sleeve, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's up,
I was disappointed, of course, seeing the Packers take a loss, but
didn't change anything for them.
Right, and that's it. It didn't hurt their standings, you know. So, like I said, it was a sympathy.
Sympathy
You know,
screw. Yeah.
yeah.
So the Lions got a little hand release, and we're good now. So we can go into next year, and well, you know what? I can easily see them, being at least a 500 team next year. Because again, there's a good 3-4 games that could have gone either way that were just, they lost 2 or 3 in overtime. They lost by a 66-yard field goal.
Right.
An
right.
NFL record 66-yard field goal.
And that's right there. That's a stolen game. You can't beat a 66-yard field goal. So.
But I'll tell you, we didn't have a lot of refs to blame this year. I hate it when we're playing well and we're blaming the refs for stuff. So no, pretty much you can't blame the refs on anything that happened with the Lions this year.
Yeah.
Here or there like you normally could, but not things like we've seen before. So what's up, Tim?
Yeah.
Blakehurst.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm looking forward to this next weekend. This next weekend, there's 2 games on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and they got the first ever Monday night playoff football game.
Yeah.
We got 3 days of football. So
yeah, gonna be a busy weekend.
Yeah, even when my team is terrible it is, I'm kind of back into it because they got away from the whole politics things that they were doing on the football field the previous 2 years. So
I like that. The only thing I don't like is up here, any Packers game. You don't get it locally here unless you got NFL ticket, and I ain't paying them that kind of money just to be able to watch football, But now with my 3 monitor system here, is I can have the game highlights running on one of the monitors while I'm live streaming. Keep an eye on the score.
Hell, if you ever want to see anything, let me know, and I'll go on StreamYard and play and not be live.
On a private stream. Yeah, never thought of that yet. You could just set it up, get the game going, and you could go do whatever you want. That's pretty cool.
Well,
Never thought of that.
I'd hang out and watch it with folks, If it's a private one, you don't go live with it. You can see it, and they can't do nothing about that.
No.
Just send out the link to people who wanted to watch it. See?
Tim's going to watch the college national championship tomorrow night.
Is that tomorrow night? That's not that tomorrow night. Is it that soon?
I was going to say, I didn't know.
For some reason, I wanted to think it was later in the month. When's the national championship college football game? Is that tomorrow night? It is tomorrow night. Why did I want to think it was? Wow. For some reason, I thought it was later in the month. I must have looked at something wrong.
Yeah, I was thinking it was later in the month myself. Yeah, I've been so damn busy that I can't keep track of nothing. Today I was telling Running Water all the crap I've been doing around the house today and stuff, and he's talking to me about projects he wants to do when he's home this summer on and off, and I'm like, that's cool. Don't involve me, man. I'm still working on the house. Son of a bitch. I got one of his corners all cleaned up and nice and neat. And he wouldn't
One
believe
corner.
he wouldn't believe that corner in the living room there because his brother would just throw shit in the pile there. Oh, that's running waters. Just throw it. I mean, wouldn't stack it, not just throw it. And running water would come home and go, fuck it. If he wants to live in that pile of shit, let him. And so I got that whole living room squared away, except for the end of his couch, man, down on his end. His couch is a big long sucker with 2 recliners. He's got one end, I got the other. Well, on his end, he's got this little table there. Really, there is. If you dig through all that shit, you'll find this little table at the end of that couch. And I'm looking at that, and I'm looking for boxes that are just the right size. I'm going to go through there, sort all of the mail. He's got mail, months and months and months of mail while laying all over there.
Such a bachelor.
Yeah, it's a big pile of shit. And I'm gonna go through it, and I'm separating it all out. I started a miscellaneous box out of the corner I cleaned out today that I'm going, and where the hell would that go? That goes in that box. Miscellaneous box. And guess what I found in that big pile of stuff? 2 boxes that are just miscellaneous stuff already. So I'm finding that Running Water's house is full of miscellaneous boxes, and some of it I can tell is his brother's. That his brother, it was just a junk box, throw anything and everything in it. And I figure once I get the house squared away, I'll take his miscellaneous boxes and then I'll separate those into category boxes, and then he can decide where the hell he wants to put each one of those boxes of shit. But another thing, Running Water, I did today. My microwave is where the coffee pot was. Coffee pot's on the recycler, on the big recycler there. That was a bitch. Try moving that fucking pantry with all the Campbell soup we got in the top 2 shelves of that son of a bitch.
Eat some damn soup.
And then the refrigerator, I'm fighting with that, walking that fucker from the side, because from the front I couldn't get a hold of it. I'm on the side of it, not walking that heavy son of a bitch out. I let go of it and it goes.
Yeah, it's got wheels on it.
Oh, but they only go forward and back. They don't go to the side.
No, you can pull it away from the wall.
I'm walking it sideways away from that pantry. And I could have just grabbed that, got behind it, and just pushed, and it would have pushed it to get away from the wall. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it was quite a chore. But now we got our coffee center all set up. And yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better.
So this is going to be a better setup than you and Joe living together, having your old man be there to take care of stuff.
I always wanted a butler.
Oh, there you go.
It's kind of the odd couple situation, and that's the thing. Joe, my youngest boy, Joe, he said, "You watch that. You're going to get that place all squared away, blah, blah, blah. You're going to be all so happy and everything until he comes home. And when he leaves, there's just going to be this junk all around him where he sat." And I said, "It's going to be real obvious whose junk it is." I said, "Because it wouldn't have been there when he got there." And I said, "And that's what's nice is it's localized. It won't take me long to sort it out and put it somewhere and back to normal." I said,
in the garage somewhere.
I don't see the issue. I don't know where he's seeing it as such an issue, but hey, Brian Bewalt, E-Waste Mike, hey.
What's up, E-Waste?
Heard that. Second. Full house, he's only 65. Ooh, yeah, let's not talk about anybody passing away at around 65. We don't know. We don't want to talk about that.
Mike, you got COVID again. Well, I mean, everybody's getting this last. Everyone's getting this last string of COVID, right? We got to get it. Could be the last one for the forever.
Got to catch them all.
What's that?
Got to catch them all.
Right?
Got to catch them all.
I don't think Mike got the Delta. He got the other one twice, and then
yeah, he
this
got the
one will be
regular.
Omicron, I would guess.
The Omicron at least isn't as deadly, you know.
Well, I had that sore throat earlier in the week, and I've kind of had a little bit of a cough and whatnot. But I'll be goddamn when I have no other symptoms. Am I going to go take some tests and then know or get a false positive, and then have to eliminate myself from my job and everything else? It's like nope. So
Yeah,
this is the one everyone's getting. So
Mike wants to see how many he can rack up. You know, he wants to be the COVID king. Yeah. Nobody's
Yeah.
got COVID like I got COVID. Yeah.
Now watch, Mike will find a way to recycle it though.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Damn right. Damn right. Yeah. Every time I deliver my e-waste, it comes with a free case of COVID.
you know, and the funny thing is, until Mike goes and redeems his e-waste for money, he doesn't go anywhere. So
Yeah.
he's either catching it from the DoorDash guy, or the cat's bringing him COVID. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Justin, yeah. The IHU variants now. They got a new one. There's a new one.
Oh, the flu Rona.
What's that?
I heard the flu Rona.
The flu Rona. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No, I haven't heard
I heard it a
put
couple
that
days
way.
ago.
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
That the IHU.
I don't know what that is, but yeah,
It's got to be the IHU they're talking about, because the IHU it's a lot like this last Omicron one. But they're saying don't panic about it. It's just showing up, and they said it's just another mutation of the same damn thing.
Yeah. Tim's the reason why I don't go get a test. 0 symptoms, but 3 positive tests. Why the hell do you go get a test if you don't have any symptoms? And I don't think a sore throat or runny nose or anything like that. I mean, that's symptoms of a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. Why would you do that if you don't have any symptoms?
I don't know.
Well,
I got this. I ordered this bitch over a month ago, right?
yeah.
And it never came. They said it was delivered, put in my mailbox. No, it never showed up. And lo and behold, what's it do? It shows up here at the new address a month later, after they already gave me my money back, or it never getting delivered. And the thing shows up, and in that month, I decided, well, now what do I need it for? Because, and I actually do need it, because I got an eye appointment on the 31st, and they said they wanted me to do a home test 72 hours before and 24 hours before I show up to that. And that if I pass it both times, don't worry about it. But if I don't pass it, then get to because it's in the same clinic, my health clinic, same outfit. And they said, just get down to the clinic. They'll do the long test. And they said, before you come in to see us. And I said, so you'll cancel my appointment then if I do have it? And they said, actually, no, we don't. They said, it's just for our own paperwork.
So you go in either way.
I think they get brownie points for seeing somebody that's got it,
Peppers.
Yeah, that's it. Is who you're going to be around and stuff. You don't want to. Nobody wants to spread it to somebody else.
No.
And that's the whole thing. That's where I'm so sick and tired of it. We're going on 3 years of this bullshit. I'm getting sick and tired of listening to these politicians all over. All these politicians making me and you, all of you, sound like a bunch of immature little brats. Like, you listen to the doctor. You listen. You bad kid. Bullshit. I'm sick of it. I am so sick of being treated like some stupid adolescent, for God's sakes. I don't need a politician, and I don't need some artificial brainy fucking Dr. Fauci. I didn't say a name. Pretending that he was put here by God to make sure that we all do what he says. I'm so sick of it. I am so sick of it. And I'm sick of the science argument. Follow the science. Oh, follow my ass. I mean, science went so far as to convince these people in South Dakota to build these big concrete dinosaurs, right? For this dinosaur park thing. And then they find out 35 years later, those heads don't belong on that one or that one. They had it all fucked up. Science did that.
And right now with them, Fauci and I can't think of the other guy, his lackey, with them pushing through to have scientists' published reports banned and removed from publishing because they go against their narrative.
Right.
It's like, wait, no, but you're supposed to believe the science. It's like, no, you have to believe our science. Not science in general, just the science that we're giving you.
Yeah. See, and that is common. That happened in Europe ages ago, where a group of scientists censored all the rest of the scientists because they don't want the competition. You can't be the man of the day when there's 30 others saying that you ain't right. So shut them up. And that's, I don't like the fact that they brought all of us people into their scientific argument, that, and they're just using it as a scare tactic, is all it is. It's a control issue, but because people with common sense, okay, we know it's a bug. We know you can catch it. We know you can get sick. We know old people will die from it. Now, what do we do about that? Well, we try to do the responsible things. Stay away from people. We wear masks in a crowd. We can do that. We don't need one guy telling us or telling our president, you need to do these mandates. But what kind of bullshit is that? No, we're not children. We're not. They're treating us like the kids they refuse to bring back to school and teach, That crap going on in Chicago is insane, man. That's insane. There's another good reason to abolish certain unions. Some unions do well, but some unions are just BS. And I tell you what, that teachers union sucks.
Yeah, when they get to rule the roost, There you go.
And that's it. It all goes back to the right to work. I don't care. If you want to have unions, go ahead. But they should never, ever pressure or force you to join it. If you've got the same qualifications as somebody else, I don't care if you're a union member or not, you should have the opportunity to have that job. And if the union says, we're going on strike, but you're not party to the union, you should be allowed to show up to work. And yeah, unions they had their day.
They did. When it was about keeping the workplace safe and things like that,
right.
And equal pay and everything else, But yeah, it's become almost a mafia style union.
Yeah, it's now it's got and the thing is they took advantage of the unions, and so did our politicians. Oh yeah, look at OSHA. Now I tell you what, I had to apply OSHA regs in my career constantly. Man, I had a construction crew, had over 90 crew members. We had to follow everything OSHA because we were government funded. Holy shit. It was insane. And I was glad it was government funded because if I was a private operator, I wouldn't want to take all my hard earned money to meet all the OSHA standards that I had to meet. It's some of it is just ridiculous, and it created another huge bureaucracy, is what it did. It's just like the EPA. The EPA had its purpose, had its place, but it was allowed to balloon into this huge bureaucracy that actually injures people more than it helps anymore.
Yeah, see, I really like the unions because those scab loads pay really well.
Yeah, if you're willing to run scab. When I was driving, that's when we had the owner operator strike, right? Well, I operated for an owner operator at the time, and he told me, I called in and told them, yeah, I'm in such a town at truck stop, and I said, here's the scoop. I got 8 guys outside my truck here at the fuel pumps with chains and padlocks. They're going to chain up every wheel on my truck. And he said, oh, but you're driving for me. I'm an owner-operator outfit. He said, you tell them, don't chain up your truck. You got to feed your family. But that you'll willingly park your truck over in the truck stop. And he says, and look for a good opportunity to sneak on out of there. He said, play the game. Play the game. Well, these union drivers wouldn't have been pulling the truck stops because they attacked their trucks and chained them suckers up. They're chaining up union trucks. I was loving it. Owner operators. Yeah. It was during the grain embargo. So they were, us owner operators, sitting there at the damn mills with truckloads of grain. And they're saying, no, we're not unloading you. But yet you see union trucks coming in getting dumped. But they're not unloading the owner operators. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Yeah, EPA killed coal. Yeah, they kicked the shit out of the coal industry. Well, so is this current administration. I mean, they kicked the shit out of the oil and coal industry. Running Water, I don't know if he knows them or not, but my cousin Jeannie, she'd be your second cousin. Her ex-hubby, that's his career. He's a oil broker. He buys and sells oil wells all over Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona. And right now, he's on vacation. He said there ain't nothing he can do. He said all of the fields that he does exploration on and sells futures on are shut down by the Biden administration. They pulled all their permits. They can't go out and explore anymore. So.
Yeah.
And that boy was making upper middle 6 figures a year. You know, that guy's making around $500,000 or so a year, and now he ain't making nothing. Squat.
Yeah, you gotta save money while you're doing good, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's time for the Sty Story, guys. That's what this is. It's Sty Story Sunday. We got to do the Sty Story. We're talking about Texas. Let's catch a cow. Let's catch a cow. Hey, when I was a young fella, now you guys, you had heard old Sty stories where I talk about in the summers, I'd go spend anywhere from 3 weeks to a month and a half, 2 months on the farm. Grandma and Grandpa they had a pretty good farm, and I always spent summers out at the farm, at least a good portion, about half the summer. And once in a great while, about every other year or so, my cousins down in Texas would get to come up and stay at the farm while I was there. Well, it was cool. My cousin Jimmy, he was a blast, man. It's weird because I didn't like getting in trouble. I liked mischief, but I didn't like it. I didn't want to do anything to get in trouble, right? But this kid, he didn't even want mischief because it might make him look bad. You know, he wanted to be the favorite kid, you know. Well, he was up visiting. We're on the farm. We're just little guys at the time, probably about 8 or 10 years old. I figure about eight years old. And we're running around the farm as usual, looking for something to get into. You know, you got to get into some kind of mischief. And, well, my granddad, he quit milking cows, but he leased the barn and the pasture land and everything out to this other farmer that had his cows out there, right? Well, part of the deal was that my granddad was supposed to kind of take care of that guy's cows when that guy wasn't around, you know, make sure they always had feed and water and blah, 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 and that they're safe, they're not getting out of the fences, blah, blah, blah. And if something happens to one of them cows, well, then my granddad would be liable for it, right? Well, he had a lot of these big Holsteins, big damn Holstein cows, you know. I told my cousin Jimmy, I said, you know, them cows, they're not like Grandpa's cows were. His cows, you walk up to the fence, they come right up to you, you pet them, they come right up. This guy's cows, they don't like people. They don't want nothing to do with nobody. I said, we need to catch one and teach it to behave and learn to like people, you know. My cousin said, well, how are we going to do that? He says, they won't come anywhere near us. I said, well, you know, I said, the well comes on at 2 o'clock every afternoon, and it fills the water trough out by the barn, just on the other side of the fence where the cows are. And them cows all come running over there where that water trough's filling up with fresh, cold water. I said, what we do, and I had a chunk of rope. I said, we take this rope, and I tied a noose on the end. I said, we take this rope and we throw it under that water trough. And when the cow puts its foot in there, we pull that rope. We got a cow. And my cousin's thinking, that's not such a bad idea. You know, that might work. And he said, just remember, though, he says, that's a big cow. If he starts to run, let go of the damn rope. I said, yeah. I know what we're doing, you know. And he says, but they'll see us. They're not going to come near the water trough. Well, we're there. I said, we're going to be behind the water trough, right? They'll never see us. They'll come up. We'll be behind it. They won't see us. Well, we got that rope thrown out there. And he says, now how are we going to do this? You know, I said, you sit on the ground here. Hang on to the rope. Rope goes under your arm. I'll be right behind you. And I'll sit with my legs on either side of you. It'll be the two of us, and we'll both have hold of that rope. Well, at the end of that rope, there was a big knot at the end of that rope. And we're sitting there. Then we heard that pump running, and here it comes. Here comes the water. It starts running in that trough. And you could hear them cows mooing, and they're all trotting over to that water trough. And they're walking around, and they're stepping all over, but they're not stepping in that hoop. And I'm just like, damn it. I'm whispering in his ear, be ready. The minute one steps in that hoop, I said, and preferably you get them by a front foot, you know, because back legs, those are the ones that kick with, you know. Oh no, this big, big old cow puts her back foot right in the center of that noose. My cousin gives it a yank. You can just see that noose slide up that cow's foot around its ankle and just tight. And I yelled loud, "Hang on!" Well, that cow heard me. The cow just kind of looked back at its foot at first, like, what the hell? But when it heard me, it took off. And we're hanging on that rope as tight as we can. My cousin put his feet up against that trough, that big water trough. I put my feet up, and I'm right up tight up against his back, my feet against that. So we got 4 feet against that trough, hanging onto that damn rope, and it's burning our hands. It's just running through our hands. We can't hang on. And my cousin realized there's no way in hell we can hold it. So he's yelling at me, "Let go, let go." Too late. The knot at the end of that rope got to me. I hit that knot and I just kept hanging on because I figured it's going to bust all my fingers as it goes through my hands. So I just kept hanging on. That cow was pulling so hard, and us with our feet against that trough, that damn water trough was about, I'd say 10, 12 feet long. That whole water trough, it was sitting up on these blocks. It flipped over on its side. All that water, well, it's all cow shit mud, right? That cow was pulling us. I was a kid. I panicked. I just wouldn't let go, you know. Hang on for dear life, you know. We're pushing that empty water trough through all this cow shit mud. Well, this cow was hobbling away from dragging us out into the pasture. Now, we didn't know Grandpa was having his afternoon coffee up at the house. So we head up to the house, going to have Grandma clean us up and feel sorry for us. And we got up to the house and walked in the door, and there's Grandpa sitting at the table drinking his coffee. Grandma goes, "Oh my Lord, what happened to you boys?" "We fell down, Grandma. The water trough fell over. We were going to try to stand it up, and we fell down in all the cow shit and mud. Oh, let me clean you up." And then she got us all cleaned up. She goes, "Oh my God," she says to my grandpa. She goes, "Hank, look at their hands. Their hands are all bloody, like bad rug burns or something." He looks at our hands. He says, "Well, we'll put some salve on that." Basically put Vaseline on them. He said, "Those are going to hurt for a while. And what did you guys do to skin your hands?" "Well, when we fell down, our hands, there was some gravel there." "Oh, okay. Dinner that night. Grandpa comes in for dinner. Grandma's got us 2 boys sitting at the table all set, ready for dinner. We're having pot roast. And we're thinking, there's got to be a better way to catch a cow. Here comes Grandpa walking in the door. What's he holding? About an 8-foot long piece of rope with a noose on it. He goes, "You boys wouldn't know where this came from, would you?" "No, where'd you find that?" He says, "I just happened to find that around one of the cow's back legs." He said, and I looked at the trough. He says, and there's a hell of a butt trail for about 15 feet. And that trough was a good 15 feet away from where it used to stand. He said, "So you guys fell down out by the trough?" And he says, "There's no gravel out there." He says, "My barn boots were cow shit and mud all the way almost up to my knees." He said, "So we got a couple of fibbers in the house." He said, "So guess what fibbers get for dinner?" Us 2 boys had to sit there, and we each got a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk while we watched Grandma and Grandpa eat this awesome pot roast. So if you want to catch a cow, Go catch somebody else's cow. Don't catch your grandpa's cow, because your grandpa's going to get even with you one way or another. Because mine sure did. So there you go. Let's go catch a cow. That's it, folks. That's it. To catch a cow. Now, I want to let everybody know, hey, we're back on schedule. Sty Story Sunday tonight, starting tomorrow night, Sty Times. Tuesdays I have off. Sty Times Wednesday, around the campfire Thursday. Then we have Sty Times Friday, Saturday is off. And I'll see you Sunday night, next Sunday night for Sty Story Sunday. We're back on schedule. I got my next 3 Sty Times shows all ready, set up. So I'm all good to go. We're off and running again.
Back in business.
Back in business. Cinda Lou, it is great to see you. JCT, awesome. Folks sneaking in the house during the story. And there's Beaner. He was playing underneath the blankets there earlier.
Yeah,
he was in the back.
Then he was sitting and looking at running water. Running water was playing with plastic or something. So I think Beaner thought he had his treats or something.
Oh yeah, when Bean hears paper.
Yeah, I got one of those coconut bars.
Oh.
Yeah, Bean could hear something. He was looking. He's like, "Oh, is that for me? Is that for me? Is that for me? Is that for me?"
Oh yeah, I tell you what, I found out when they were home for 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. I take a can of Pringles and just as quietly as I can get a stack of them out. The minute I go crunch, I'd look and he's sitting there staring at me. He could hear a Pringle from all the way across the house.
Bean wasn't at the spa?
Oh, he was at the spa too. Yeah, he had his time at the spa.
Yeah, but I was home for about 3 weeks, so
yeah.
Could be at the spa the whole time.
Can't be at the spa all 3 weeks.
Yeah, no. He spent a week there. He had a week at the spa.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is one spoiled pup.
Yeah, Boston Terrier, Timothy.
Yeah, Boston Terrier. Boston Bean. He's a Boston Bean. Hey, Mike's World TV. Good to see you. Welcome.
How you doing, Mike's World? Good to see you, man.
Yep, you'll find Mike's World. Folks here, they just love new people coming in. Yeah. The lawn dog. My dog reacts the same way when I eat Pringles. I found out recently my dog likes baked potatoes. We had one dog that loved to go out, and it's my mom's fault. She started feeding that damn dog what that dog thought was a treat. Well, then she would plant potatoes every year, and that dog would go out and dig the potatoes up. And you'd see him out in the yard. He's gnawing on something. He'd go out there and sure as shit, he'd have a potato. He dug it up out of the garden. The damn dog loved raw potatoes. He was nuts over them. Yeah, dogs are weird, man. We had one that he was a don't mix a pure black lab with a pure dachshund. Or not dachshund, basset hound. Don't mix a basset hound and a black lab. We ended up with 130-pound black lab with legs about this long.
Really?
The biggest, fattest black lab you ever seen, and he looks so black lab until you realize he's running around on these little 8-inch legs. And that thing took the biggest dumps you ever seen, man. It looked like Bigfoot was taking craps in my yard. But that bugger would go out in my garden, dig up my radishes. He ate radishes. I bet you he would have done super hot, that dog. Yeah.
Radishes are cool. I like
Hey,
that.
computer check.
Yeah, I just found out Bob Saget's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hear that today.
Yeah. Yeah, the old time.
Well, I guess he lived a nice full life at 65. He should be dead by then anyway, so.
Hey, shut up. I already said we're not talking about people dying around 65. No.
He lived a nice full life, I ain't far off, so.
That's
Yeah,
you better watch it. Your turn will come, man.
I've done this all my life. I mean, I can remember when I first got into sales, selling hot tubs and fireplaces, giving guys shit for being 35 years old and being old.
Yeah, there you go, computer chick. Thank you, sweetie. I mean, I prefer to be around a little longer. Today is a good day. I got to say, this last ever since I finally got the hell out of that apartment on Sunday. I was out last Sunday. So it's been a full week. Ever since I got out of there, every night my sleep has been getting better and I eat better every day. Today, Running Water knows what I eat. I eat like a bird. I eat a little container of soup and some crackers and a bowl of ice cream, maybe some cookies. Such a wonderful diet. But that's about all I can get down, right? I already had my soup and crackers and cookies earlier today. Last night, I ate damn near half a container of ice cream. And I'm hungry again. So that's good. That's good.
What's up, Cheesehead? So you can damn check. What the hell's damn check there, Cheesehead? It doesn't make any damn sense, Cheesehead.
He wants a check. He wants a moderator's check.
Oh, a damn check. And he wants to get paid.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Damn check is in the mail, Cheesehead. Just keep looking.
I've still got his 401k. I cashed out his 401k for him, and I've got it. And I told him, until we run into each other, man, you ain't getting it. But boy, I'm going to have a camera going when he gets his 401k. Yeah.
I helped do the paperwork on it, so
you sure did. Yep. You got Running Water to thank quite a bit for your 401k put together there.
Did the accounting make sure it was all there?
And I double checked. I audited his findings, and he was dead on. Yeah. Cleaned out my old and very faithful Windows 7 machine. It's 14-year-old technology. It was starting to run hot, so I cleaned the fans. Then I I've got one sitting right down here that's 2021. Yeah, it's got to be 15 years old. If that. It's got XL or what is it?
XP.
XP on it. It's got XP on it. I fired the bitch up this morning just to make sure it still ran. Sure does. I had a hell of a time getting it to connect to the internet because I'm going to put it up in my office upstairs in my bedroom, just as an internet access up there. And because my laptop's so damn slow, it's pitiful. But at least this machine will run the internet well enough that I can use it up there. It's collecting interest, right? No, it's collecting dust. You're right. Yeah. There's no interest. We cashed it out for you. Yeah.
go.
And I paid the taxes on it. So you get the full 401k. Yeah. The whole thing's there.
Oh, I can remember years ago, my 401k wasn't looking so good. Stock market being up. As long as stock market stays up, you know.
When was that crash? In 2000? Right around 2000? Early 2000s. That crash, man, my retirement literally got crashed to the point where I lost 75% of it. 75% of all my retirement.
You didn't lose anything as long as you left it alone.
And what's that?
So you didn't lose anything as long as you left it alone.
No, I lost. Mine was still inactive, and it was all in the investments. All my 401k money.
Yeah, but everything's come back around. So,
well, no. Here's
if you took money out.
If you left that 25% in there, by now you'd be caught back up.
Right.
But I was caught up in less than 16 months. I took everything that was left and I slapped it into Oppenheimer, and that's how bitch paid out 28% that following year.
That's good.
And boom, 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 boom. That shit grew so fast. And everybody said, "Oh, that's high risk. That's high risk." I said, "I lost 75% already. I'm treating it like the casino. I had $100, lost 75. Might as well risk the other 25, and I hit.
Yeah, all in.
And I went all in, and I got it all back. And I no more than got it all back. And I told the person I worked for, "There, I got one of these for you," and cashed the whole damn thing out. Took a year sabbatical and lived off my retirement. The ex-wife loved it. She got a Cadillac out of the deal. And hey, K&D Scrapping, great to see ya. Great to see ya. The King Bluto, if you're still out there listening, get me your address. Make sure to put in your email that it's you, that it's King Bluto. Because I just checked my email, haven't got it yet. And I can't hold that card forever. I can't hold it forever. I don't want to have to give it out to somebody else. You want it. Yeah, one dog. That's it too. Is I got all my 401k back that I lost, but I lost all the spending power it had. That's the inflation. Son of a bitch. Hey, I tell Running Water. It's sons of bitches, man. I cut a deal. I still had student loans outstanding, and I cut a deal with them. And I said, "I'll tell you what, instead of me taking other incomes and paying on it, can I get my student loan payments just deducted right out of my Social Security?" They said, "Yeah, we can set that up for you." So they did. Well, that ain't such a bad deal. I only got 1 year and it's done. Yeah, Russell.
It's not me, it's him.
Okay. Sure. But so I get this notice, their Social Security, they're just so proud of themselves, that, "Oh, we're here to help." And they didn't help a bit. I get this notice. It says, "Guess what? Your Social Security went up by 5.9%. Wonderful, great. Oh, and by the way, you're turning 65 in February. So they're saying hold on tight because now you get Medicare that I paid into my whole career. And it's only going to cost you $170 a month. So I got to pay them $170 a month for my Medicare. Well, then they say, but if you want Part C, the prescription coverage, you got to get that independently and pay a separate premium for that. So the way it looks, my Social Security check with Medicare and the Part C premiums, plus the deductibles I got to pay on the meds, I end up in the hole about $280. Well, after all of my bills and the like, that's about what I got every month for smoking and eating. That's my smoking and eating budget. So, yeah, even though I got the appetite again, looks like I'm going to stick with this diet. I'm not giving up my smoking. I'm not. No. I want to keep a bad habit the rest of my life.
When you give up smoking, you pick up more eating. So it seems to be what happens for most people.
Yeah. I know it would. I know it would for me because I got it. It's not just the effect of nicotine; it's the habit.
Yeah, that oral fixation of putting something in your mouth.
Yeah, what's that, running water? I mean, yeah, we got to hold that. I don't smoke them big old stogies. Oh boy. Hey, Ingalls family, good to see ya. Yeah, inflation's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Some things I don't see any price changes. Other things are just insane. Yeah. Yeah, Lawn Dog, I won't use any of the like Good RX. That's a good alternative. But for me, and I'm not getting the prescription plan. I'm going to save myself. I'm going to knock that right back down to $170 because I'm going to self-pay for my meds. I work with my pharmacist. He's a great guy, man. And he's only making about 3% on my meds. He took his costs, added 3%. That's all he said. I'll help you out, man. I'll work with you. He says, you do realize that 95% of the meds that come out of my pharmacy are being paid under insurance programs, and I'm getting full market price and my profit off of it. He says that's where the money is. He says guys like you, I ain't gonna make no damn money off a guy like you. He says, so I'll help you out. I'll make enough for my administrative overhead profit wise. He says otherwise, yeah, you'll be getting them for cost and overhead. That's all. So my meds, and I take 5 different meds, and retail value on those 5 meds is a little over $400, $55.55 every month. Boom, 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 boom. 55, and the premium for my insurance is about $100 for the meds, about $100 a month. But the copay on it is another $10 per prescription. Well, that's insane because that's what I'm paying on the average per prescription is $10 right now by self-paying. And they're telling me, yeah, but what if the doctor puts you on some expensive medication? I said, I won't take it.
Yes, I'm going to die.
I'm going to die. It's going to kill me, right? Okay, Chiba. See you later, Lori. Since way back in the day when had insurance paid for everything, and what actually started to happen was those high prices went to the insurance company, and then we wind up paying for other people. And that's the problem is insurance companies.
Well, that was the big failing on, like Obamacare, the universal everyone on it. That only way it works is to have, over 90% of the people paying for it, but never using it. Because they need that money to go to the small part that actually need to use the insurance. But everyone started using it, going to the doctor whenever they wanted.
That's what commercial insurance is. That's the business model of it. Every insurance company out there is.
Yep.
We
Car,
create
home,
it. Yeah. And I won't get into arguments with anybody about insurance because I wrote all the policies and created a self-insured pool for 2 different Native American tribes. And those 2 tribes are self-insured for all of their employees. I know the ropes. I know what it takes to create an insurance company. And I'm telling you, that's the model. The model is you want a bunch of healthy people paying full premium to pay for the little bit of unhealthies you got on those plans. Because there's a small percentage are going to use it for every single thing they can. There's a large percentage that's saying, don't use the shit out of that because the premiums will go up. So we want to be responsible, only use it when needed. And that's what you need to make it successful. And that's the way Obamacare was originally supposed to work. But they didn't realize if the government's going to do it, people are going to look at it as an entitlement program. And what do? I got a bloody nose. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. I need the ambulance. I got a bloody nose. Well, you got that bloody nose because your brother punched you. You don't need an ambulance for that. You need a cop. Yeah, it's a joke.
You got a runny nose too, Sty?
Oh man, I've had it for 6 months.
Oh, really?
That's that glandular
all right
thing. It's just like a running faucet,
Yeah.
It's like running water. Yeah. Running water said he's going to make a sign for the front of the house here that says, "Welcome to the Sty Shack with running water."
There you go.
Yeah, it's true. The Sty Shack now has running water.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Sty Shack has always had running water, hasn't it? Had running water for about almost 50 years.
Wow, he added 5 years to you there, bud.
Almost. I said almost. I knew he wasn't 50 yet. So.
Yeah, we were talking age a little bit when he was home, and I said something to him, and I said, "Don't forget you're 45," And then I realized what I had just said, and in my own mind, I said, "He just told your kid he's 45. That ain't good. You know where you're at." Hey, Nick's in the house and J Guard Services.
What?
So is Matt J. Matt J. right behind him.
I had a lady one time, we were sitting there, we were talking business and whatnot, and she's telling me her age. She's like, yeah, 65 years old. I'm like, 65? You're not that old. And then it clicked in my head that I said, what the fuck did I just say?
Yeah.
65 is not that old? Oh, God.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
When you
no!
start saying shit like that, it's like,
I had a gal at that old apartment building I was in, chatting with her, and she's quite the attractive lady. You know, she's very well kept and very attractive
beautiful
for her age.
blue hair. Yeah.
And well, she's one of those that went white. I mean, her hair is just white, and
Like an angel.
yeah, and but we're chatting, and and she asked me, she goes, "Are you still working?" I said, No, I'm retired. I'm retired. I retired at 62. And she goes, I'm retiring in 2 months. And I go, You're what? I thought she was like in her mid 50s. No older than the mid 50s. And she goes, Yeah, I'm turning 62 in 2 months. I go, Well, that's bullshit. Oh, the look on her face. She took it wrong. She thought I thought she was older. Well, that's bullshit. You got to be careful with some of these old blue hairs, man, what you say. And she goes, I didn't think I looked that old. And I said, No, I thought you were 50, maybe 55, but a pretty fortunate 55-year-old. I said, No, you're looking pretty good for 62. And she says, Oh, no, I think I look like shit. I said, Have you got pictures of you when you were like 30? I want to see them, man. Some of these old gals you see, you go, Oh, dang it, I want to see. That's like my mother. My mother was short, plump, chubby gal all my life. But I see pictures of her when she married my dad. My dad looked like freaking El Capone, for Christ's sake. He wore pinstripe suits, but he was thin. He was thin. And my mom was a Betty Boop, man. Woo!
What a dish.
What a dish. What a dish. And he actually, my whole life, I never heard, my mother's name was Betty, and I've only heard my dad use her name, Betty, when he wanted her to beat one of us kids, you know. Otherwise, it was Toots.
So you heard it a lot. Okay, gotcha.
Otherwise, he called her Toots. Toots. That's all you ever heard. Toots, Toots, Toots. And I watched his second cousin, Donnie Schoen. Never forget that. He come to visit. And this guy was a regular Casanova, a real playboy, you know. He shows up, and first thing he does, he walks in the house, gives my mom a big hug, and he goes, Oh, it's been so long since I've seen you, Toots. That's the only time I've ever seen my dad, not in his capacity as a police officer, take a guy and slam his ass against the wall. And he got his finger in his face, says, You know the rules. You ever call her Toots again, he says, I'll be carrying one of your caskets because I'm going to rip you apart limb for limb. No, nobody else can call her Toots. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the line's been drawn. Only my pop could call her Toots. And my grandfather hated it with a passion. Call my little girl Toots. And my dad would just laugh at him and say, Hey, I'm in charge now, not you, old man. You know, yeah. We'd be in trouble if the thumbnail read, Let's plant a cow. I've got, that'd be next Friday. Next Friday, the Sty Time show is Naked Yoga. I think it's Naked Yoga. Are you up for it or something like that? Yeah, that's the title of it.
Really?
Yeah. We're gonna have. I'm gonna have fun with that topic.
So we got to get naked on your live stream next next week?
I don't have panels on Sty Time. So.
Oh, okay.
I could have a special guest. If I could find somebody brave enough to come on and show us some naked yoga.
Exactly, right? Well, what you got to do?
I'm busy.
Oh, you're busy.
Sty, hold on. What you got to do is you got to get a hold of one of those naked yoga people.
Yeah, and tell them I'd love to interview you on my show.
You need to email the shit out of all of them tomorrow.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Email the shit out of all of them tomorrow. I bet you, even if they don't get up here and get naked, you could get up here, get one of them to get up here and talk to you about it.
It's very possible.
But you got to be diligent tomorrow with your emails. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to this guy. Yeah.
Using big words like diligent.
Diligent.
Well, you could even send the emails tonight after you got done being live, because again,
no,
early in the morning.
I don't do no naked yoga after 10. No. But yeah, I figured, well, just having naked yoga in the title, it's going to be clickbait.
Should be.
Yeah. Somebody's going to pop in hoping to see something.
Yeah, now watch. We show up on Friday, and it turns out it was a typo. Sty's there with a big old tub of plain yogurt.
But
naked yogurt.
Naked yogurt.
Yeah, no fruit or anything in it, just plain.
You're a lot of help too. Son of a bitch. Oh, did I put yoga? I was thinking Gert.
Gert.
Yeah, sorry. Tried, but it didn't work.
Yeah. It's still white and creamy either way.
You're bad.
The yogurt.
Bad.
Yogurt. That's all I'm saying.
It's cultured content either way.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's like cottage cheese, you need to get yourself checked.
Jesus. Small curd or large curd.
Either way, you need to get yourself checked.
I'm really oh, there it is.
He's looking for it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for the naked yoga. I could, you got to have something to show them.
Justin Anderson, if you've never looked up naked yoga, or is it naked yoga? Yeah, naked yoga on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's about the only place on YouTube you're going to find nakedness.
Real total nakedness.
I mean, trust me, you won't get turned on.
It's art.
I mean, they are healthy looking people doing yoga, but it will not turn you on. They don't do any sensual positions or anything else.
No.
That doesn't do anything that would, you go to Pornhub for that. But
when it comes to getting caught naked, yep.
There you go.
Wow!
Whoa!
Wow!
Donald's like,
yep.
Virtual.
Whoa! Shit! Whoa! There's Chowser. Yeah. Why are you naked? Yep.
Chowser's like, how would I get pulled into this?
Yep. Hey, Chowser, your camera's on.
Whoop.
Whoa! Hey, good night, Mike.
Have a good night, Mike.
I'll keep you updated unless I croak.
And that's what we worried about Sty, we were worried if Sty croaked that, Sty Jr. wouldn't tell us what the hell's going on.
If Mike updates us and he croaked, that's going to be freaky.
Right. Well, that'd be Earl on the keyboard.
Yeah, Earl. And then he'd turn and show us his ass.
Yeah, the day the old man croaks, you're going to let us know, right, Running Water?
Yeah, as soon as I find out.
Okay, cool.
And that might be when he comes home.
As soon as he gets back from the road, right?
He gets back on the road. He opens that front door, slams it shut, goes back to the truck, gets on the phone, and lets you all know, yep, Sty's dead.
He'd be like,
the house is on fire right now, but yeah, Sty's already dead.
He gets back home and thinks his dad's pissed off at him because he won't talk to him for the last 2 days. He just sits there and says nothing.
Yeah, he's just staring at that TV with a controller.
Fuck you, old man.
Yeah, fuck you if you ain't gonna talk to me. I don't.
You can talk to me, kiss my ass.
That's it.
Well, and see, the thing is even if I don't hear from him out on the don't hear from him on the phone or anything, I can always hop into any of the streaming apps and see if there's any activity, if he's watching anything that I know he's still kicking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If he sees me over on Netflix or Disney or something, that's all bitch. He's scanning Roku again. He's still alive. He's just hiding. He's playing dead again.
That's how you get subscribers.
Hey, that fire! Oh my God, New York.
Bronx?
Oh yeah.
That's bad.
19-story building. Fire started on the 2nd floor. I think back my old fire department days. Thank God, I've always been impressed with the New York Fire Department. Man, those guys got it tough. But I'll tell you what, that fire is. Man, that was a deadly bugger.
Yeah, I think they said like 19 people died.
9 of them kids that they were pretty certain of.
Yeah.
But they said the count wasn't over, and that 30 of them had life-threatening conditions. So they don't know where the death toll will actually end up. But that fire, the way they described that fire, that's one of the biggest fears of living in a multi-unit building like that. For all they know, for all anybody knows, it could have been somebody fell asleep with something on the stove. It could have been an electric heater too close to the curtains. It could have been some asshole with a meth lab. And the thing is, all the smoke they're talking about, that's because of all of the new age materials they're putting into the interiors of these places. Lots of plastics, a lot of synthetics, your curtains, your ceiling panels, all that crap. When that shit burns, people say, oh, well, that's flame retardant. Retardant, it's not fireproof. That shit gets hot. You don't realize how hot those fires actually get in those homes. I've gone in and I've watched copper pipes melting right off of a bathroom wall, where the copper is melting off of the walls. Where we've gone in after the fact, everything copper in the house is gone. I've gone in to a place after the fact. The guy had a it's like a shoebox, but it was for boots, and he had that full of silver dollars. Right, there was a puddle of silver on the basement floor, underneath the ashes from those silver dollars. It gets so damn hot. Justin, that there's no way that they already know that it's a space heater. There's no way they know that. I've been in the firefight business for a pretty good portion of my life, and it'll take more than a couple of days for them. They can determine the ignition point, but it's going to be tough for them to determine exactly what ignited it in less than 72 hours. It'll take them a good 72 hours come up with a definitive cause for the fire. But the thing is what killed those people in that building was the smoke. People didn't burn alive in there; they died from smoke inhalation. That you listen to the few firemen they've been able to interview, and that's all it was: the smoke inhalation. It wasn't the heat; it was the smoke. They found them dead in the stairwells. And I told people that the building I was living in, 2 elevators and 1 stairwell. That, every floor a landing and it turned, a landing and it turned. Well, you got 84 apartments in there, a total of 98 people living on the top 7 floors. And you stick 90 people in that staircase, and a third of them are going to die just from smoke inhalation because they're not getting out of that place that fast. And I'll tell you what, our elevators did not have automatic disable on them. And I said, man, if fire starts in this place, that's the first place I'm heading, that elevator. Because I got just as good, if not better chance to get to the first floor in that elevator than I do coming on them downstairs. And I said, other than that, they said, well, no, you're supposed to stay in your apartment, put a wet towel at the base of the door. And I said, I know the whole routine.
Well, smoke rises.
And I told them, I said, it doesn't do you a damn bit of good because that whole building, every single apartment has it in it. The apartments are built one on top of another, right? And they've got a column that's 14 inches square that runs all the way from the utility room to the top floor. And that column is just a hollow column that's got negative air pressure in it, right? But it alternates. It's an air handler. It'll be negative air pressure for 20 minutes, and then it's blowing out for 20 minutes. Then it's blowing back in for 20 minutes, back and forth. Okay, that column goes all the way to the top, and each apartment has 2 vents that are, one's right in the column, the other's vented to the column. One comes from the kitchen, one comes from the bathroom. Guess what? That fire starts in that utility room. Every apartment in that building's full of smoke. First thing you do is take a big bath towel, soak that son of a bitch, and stuff it in that hole in the wall, pull that vent out, stuff it in that hole, and run in the kitchen with one and pull that vent out and stuff it in that hole. Because that's where your smoke's coming from. And they tell you, block the bottom of your door so no smoke can get in. And don't open the windows. That's the worst thing you can do. You'll feed the fire. Full farts. I'm plugging them 2 holes. I'm not putting anything under that damn door. I'm going and I'm busting all that big picture window out, all the windows out in my apartment. And I'm going to be hanging my ass out that window, hoping that flames won't get me. Because the smoke will kill you. The smoke will kill you. Took off like that.
Well, a big problem you have, especially in, the major cities when it comes to apartment complexes, is there's a good number of undocumented people living there. People that aren't on the paperwork for the management office,
right? That
are coming and going. So there's the old, you can only guess how many people are supposed to be there.
Right. Well, that's like in my building, the person directly above me, the one that cops came in and arrested last Saturday, that damn apartment always had 6 or 8 people in it, and there's only one person that's supposed to be in there. But there's always 6 or 8. He's bringing homeless crackheads in there all the time. and the apartment's packed with people all the time. And so if that place caught fire, you could lose 6, 8, 10 people just in that one apartment and not know who the hell they were. You know, that's the way
What's the problem
apartments are.
What's the problem with those inner city places, like in the Bronx hotel that's that tall? It's like, you know, you got all sorts of people in there that you're going to get a few degenerates that, you know, could fall asleep smoking and sitting on their couch, whatever, you know. And I mean, you don't have to be a degenerate to fall asleep smoking on your couch. You could be someone
right,
a little bit too much drink, sitting there having a cigarette, and the next thing you know,
hey, NDT show, hi.
So,
but yeah, that's, you know, and that's it. That you're so right. Whenever we answered a fire call, that's the first thing we had to do, man, is anybody that was in that premises, you question them, man. You got them right there by the pumper truck, and you're hammering questions at anybody in that house, anybody, not family, not, you know, anybody in that house, because you don't know who might be in that fucking house. Sure. And twice I've seen it where you've had homeowners, you get there and they're fighting and trying to get back in that burning house, and you stop them and you ask them, anybody in that house? Oh, my pets are in there, my poor dog, my cats. And is there anybody else in the house? Is there a person in the... I love my pets too, you know. But God Almighty, these people literally would forget. Oh yeah, we got 2 kids in basement bedrooms. What? You're yelling at us about your dog? You know, yeah. You know, it's very intense. Fires are very intense. I mean, people don't, and I fault nobody because they are that intense. I mean, you, it's a panic mode for a person, and people,
to be fair, pets are easier to train than kids.
Yeah.
I tend to be more loyal.
Oh, thanks. Are you up to something? Like, oh no, we got loyalty issues. You're
right back, guys.
Yeah. That, you know, and that's it. Is half the furniture you buy today is so toxic when it burns. I mean, it's perfectly safe till it catches fire.
Well, and you know, I get a kick out of that with the you know, a lot of the put together box furniture. You know, it's all the composite board, and you know, it's like that's flame retarded. You know,
it's like, but it burns.
It burns. You know, and I've had people argue about it. It's like, no, you don't understand. You get those pellet burners. That's all it is. It's pellets of that shelving unit you got.
Yeah.
You know, it's just compressed chunks of sawdust.
Yep.
It takes a lot to get started, but when it goes hot. You know?
Well, and then composite materials they use, like this new studio, it looks like stressed wood. You know, it's beautiful, but that composite surface is full of chemicals. That crap will kill you. Breathe that shit in when it burns. It will kill you. Half your furniture, your couches, your chairs, half that crap, the smoke off of that will kill you. It's not like a wood fire. I mean, that's a chemical smoke. I've seen firemen come out with it take them weeks for the burn effect on their exposed skin from being in the smoke in a burning building. That's why our gear was all redundant. I mean, our gloves, everything were so layered that none of our skin should be exposed while we're in that smoke, because it'll burn you. The smoke chemical will burn you.
Music. Yeah, Yeah, like my truck, the hood is fiberglass.
Yeah.
And then you have the ground effect stuff. The main cab, body of the tractor here, it's aluminum actually. It's sheet aluminum.
Yeah.
So not magnetic, which is kind of a pain for some accessories. They just stick on the side of the truck, but but yeah.
That's like even back in the 70s, is this guy that I knew who he was. I wasn't really an acquaintance of his or anything, but me and another guy, he come pulling into the pub we were at, brand spanking new Corvette, and he bragging about his car and blah blah blah, and he's drinking up a storm at the bar. And I said, that guy's a damn fool. And my buddy said, yeah. He says, you get yourself killed in that car. I said, oh, all that is a couple of steel rails, an engine, and a plastic car. It's a plastic car. I said, but thank God they got seatbelts in. And he goes, seatbelt ain't going to do you no good in that car. I said, well, of course it will. Because when they get to the wreck, they'll find the seat and they'll find your pants still in the seat because you had the seatbelt on. They'll be able to find your wallet and know who the hell was in that car. That guy hit a big ass power pole, one of those big transmission, the old wooden transmission poles was about 24 inches. Hit that thing and his Corvette just disappeared. It just disappeared. And guess what? They found from his torso up was gone. They didn't know where to find that. But the rest of him, his ass was still in the seat. He still had seatbelt on, and they were able to identify him. When they first got there, I listening to radio reports and the guys chatting on the radio, and they couldn't even figure out what kind of car had hit the pole. They just said there's car parts everywhere. And then some guys on the radio, oh, it's a Corvette. It's a Corvette. We found the emblem. It's a Corvette. And that car just disappeared. But, poof.
Well, it's like, these trucks now, I had hit Buffalo a few years back, that the whole hood, it's like a pinata, just poof, confetti. Yeah. The rest of the truck's nice and solid, all the framing and everything around it, it's just I didn't have a hood or headlights for, 60 miles until I could get to a truck stop and get a new hood,
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, and this is no shit, Running Water's grandpa, my dad, he rear-ended a truck doing about 50 miles an hour in a 1936 Chevy two-door sedan. He broke his fucking neck. He went around with one of the fucking halo kind of deals for 6 months because he fractured vertebrae in his neck. I mean, he was all beat to shit. He was in the hospital for almost 6 weeks. When he got out and he was able to get around again, he looked at his car and he called a local garage Chevy dealer and they towed his car in. Now, this happened like in 1938. They towed his car in and they called him 2 days later and said, come get your car. He came, got it. It was just like it was before the accident. Because all they had to replace was, they didn't even replace the bumper. They pounded it out straight. They had to replace the fender and the headlight. That's all that got damaged at 50 miles an hour hitting the ass end of a truck. That was the problem in the 50s. You're buzzing along in a 55 Chevy and you hit something. Guess what? You're getting skewered right through your chest with that steering column because nothing on that car is going to give. It's solid as a freaking rock. Every car, the big old Fords, them sons of bitches, they roll them in the ditch and they get it back on its wheels. You can drive that son of a bitch home. make a mess out here with that car. You know, more people died in those old cars than they do in new cars today. People don't get it. They go, oh, that was a terrible wreck and so many people got killed. And if we only had the big old safe cars. No, they weren't fucking safe. They weren't. I owned a bunch of them old bastards. And no, I busted my nose so bad in high school from kissing the solid steel dashboard of a 64 Chevy. I'm telling you. There's no dent on that dashboard. That guy still got that Chevy. It's a boy, that car, he took good care of that, except the day that he went in the ditch and hit an elevated driveway with me in the passenger seat. And my face connected with that steel dashboard. That's why they came up with softer impact zones and airbags. Everybody, airbags, they'll kill you. Try it without an airbag. Try it without one. Go ahead. To me, it's just like COVID. If you want to take a few precautions, good idea. If you don't want to take any precautions and you get COVID and you're dying from it, should I feel sorry for you? Should I feel bad? You're the guy that was yelling in some guy's face that was coughing and sneezing. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, your cars today are like accordions. They're designed at a higher speed to absorb the energy of the impact, whether it's coming from the front or the rear. And then, of course, front side and curtain airbags. I mean, when shit goes off, it might hurt. You might get a black eye or a broken nose or something like that from those airbags. But
your odds of surviving are so much better.
Yeah. And then, of course, the vehicle's totaled, but you're not. So that's a good thing.
Now, in 64, they didn't have seatbelts in the Chevy Impala. 64 Chevy Impala did not have seatbelts. 1965 Chevy Bel Air did not have seatbelts.
Wow.
I want to say it's right around like 68, 69 that
where it became mandated. Where it became mandated, right?
Yeah.
They were optional. They were optional. I had
just lap belts.
My 63 Thunderbird needed a 4-point harness. And you couldn't get seatbelts for that car. They wouldn't sell. You couldn't get them as an option, which sucks.
Because prior to that point, you had a couple states, like California and Ohio that had their own in-state regulation that if you sell a car, it had to have a seatbelt, but otherwise it wasn't nationwide yet.
No, and that's when car manufacturers really started getting into squabbles with the states, and then the feds stepped in and decided we're going to do federal mandates on certain safety features in automobiles, and all the car manufacturers are like, son of a bitch. See what them states went and did to us. Now we got to put them in every one,
Yeah, have a standardized formula that you have to have this bare bone minimum on these features, and then whatever else you do to the car is up to you. But
yeah. Buddy of mine had a 65 Ford Galaxy that didn't have seatbelts in it. And boy, that one needed it. He kissed the biggest oak tree I ever seen in my life. And I tell you, I told him he's lucky he hit that big of a tree, because if it would have been smaller, his headlights would have touched each other, because he was doing about 60 miles an hour when he hit that soundbit. He was in traction for almost 3 months. It took him half a year before he was able to walk again.
Damn.
It amazed us that he survived. I mean, that he even survived that wreck. But a lot of people would not use seatbelts. That's like my old man's 65 Chevy Impala squad car. There wasn't a single seatbelt in that squad car. And that squad car still exists today. It sits in Mound, Minnesota in an underground garage. Looks exactly the way it did in 1969 when that police department purchased it from my mother. Yeah.
Hmm.
Still has our little town's shield on the door and everything.
That'd be cool
I
to
guess
see.
they take it out for parades once in a while. But that had a big block V8 in it with a pair of dual pumper 4 barrels on it. It had full headers with exhaust cutouts, so you run straight pipes on it if you want. It levers right on the dash. It had a rear axle that had been shortened by 10 inches and had these big ass meats underneath the ass end of it. If you saw that squad going by the side of it as it went by, it looked like any other normal 65 Chevy, except it's a squad car. It goes past you and you look at its ass end and you look underneath it and it looks like a funny car, for Christ's sake. It's got these big ass meats underneath there and there's stubby little axle under it. Yep. That was the first time I ever was in a vehicle that exceeded 100 miles an hour. He had custom cluster in the dash and he had 138 in that car and it still wanted to keep going. Boy, that son of a bitch was fast. My old man he had to buy his own squad car. Now those were the days. The cops today, they got lots to complain about today. Don't take me wrong. They got tons to complain about. But back in those days, a lot of the small townships would make their chief of police provide his own squad car. My old man had to buy his own squad car, his own lights, his own radio, everything. He had to provide the whole damn works. But they paid him a good mileage stipend for using it, you know. He said it was, you know, he got his money back, his investment back for what they paid him for mileage to use it. So basically they made him buy the car and they leased it in a sense. And yeah, their own pistols too. Yeah. Even today, the city of Ashland, the city of Washburn, city of Bayfield, all of our small communities here that have their own law enforcement, they don't provide any firearms.
Really?
You provide your own. They'll spec them. They'll say it's got to be this, this, or this, but they won't provide it. You got to purchase your own. Yeah. In fact, like the city of Washburn and city of Ashland, they won't even allow you to carry a service revolver anymore. You can't carry a 38, 357, or no revolvers at all. The only thing you're allowed to carry in Ashland, there's 3 that you can carry. In they got 2 of them have to be M&P shields, the 9mm or the 10, and then you can also carry a 45 ACP. So those are the only 3 firearms you're allowed to carry as an officer, but you got to provide your own. Yeah, you go in and you apply for the job. Yeah, can I get what kind of firearm am I going to get? They said, we don't know. You can have one of these 3. Go buy one. You know?
So no armory to worry about.
No, they provide ammo. But
now, do they have an armory as far as for like other stuff like shotguns and rifles for bigger things?
All the long arms they provide, shotguns, ARs, any long arm.
So your personal sidearm they don't, but everything else they do. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm really really upset with the city of Ashland.
Oh.
They've got 2 awesome SWAT Humvees that are sitting in the damn garage. And they've only been in the 2 parades since they've had them, and they've had them for 4 years now. They've never been sent out on a call, nothing, and they are so decked out and sweet brakes. God, they're sweet. They said, well, we don't really have a SWAT team, so we don't want just our patrol officers going out cruising with them. And then why have them?
But to help with recruitment and other things.
They were given to them. Government surplus given to them.
What's up, Guani?
And hey, Guani, good to see you. Yeah, Justin. That up in the UP, I've seen a few of the old cruisers. They got the old bubble gum light on the roof still. I saw one that I thought was really sweet up there. Where the heck was it? Oh God, I can't remember. It's up in the UP, but it had a bubble on the roof, and then it had my dad's squad. I think I got a picture of that I might be able to find, but it had the fender flashing red light. Those were pretty cool. Yeah. Sat on the fender. It's kind of on a post and a round bugger pointing out front.
Really?
Plus the bubble on the top. While we're chatting, I'll take a look. I might have a picture of his old squad. One of his old squads. He went through a few of them over the years.
It makes you wonder how that works too. If he totals a car or something, yeah, it's all his insurance. I mean, he gets reimbursed, I guess, through the county.
The city. What they did was they paid for his comprehensive insurance on the car. That was part of the agreement, is that they paid for his comprehensive insurance on the squad car, which was nice because he that would have cost him.
Oh, sure. Especially on the cup car.
He had one of his squads actually stolen from him.
Oh.
The bastards went and drove it down the railroad tracks. That had him pretty upset. Yeah, I don't know what.
I can't find it.
I got it. Why I can't, I don't know. I thought it was going to be right in my master files. But it's in here somewhere. That it's not there. I know it's not there, and I know it's not there. Oh yeah, I thought, hey, I'll pop this fucker in there. So you'll get this ain't the squad car, but that you probably get a kick out of this shit. But once I get there,
I'm gonna have to cut out, guys.
No, you're not allowed.
Don't make me talk to your landlord.
Good luck finding them.
Yeah, early morning.
That's right. You got an hour and a half ride yet to wherever the Des Moines.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's lumber tarps that I have to take off and roll up. Yeah.
There we go. I told you my old man, he looked like a Capone type, and my mom was kind of a dish.
There you go.
Yeah. Classy folks of the 40s.
Look at that tie. Go back there. Look at that tie. Look at the pinstripe suit, but look at that tie.
Yeah. That's their wedding photo. That's what I got tattooed on my back.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Those were the days. Yeah, I'll have to find those pictures and put them up sometime. The old man's squad car. Back when he was chubby, he was the town chief of police and had his old, I think it's a 62 or 63 Chevy squad at that time. Yeah, they didn't call him Porky for no reason. Yeah. But boy, I tell you, when the mid-late 60s come around, they started calling cops pigs. My old man did not like that shit.
Well, I bet.
Yeah.
They don't like it today.
Someone call him Porky, and sure as shit, some young snot-nosed bastard would, yeah, he's just a pig. Oh, my old man, he could show you what Porky the pig could do to you. Yeah. Those were the days. And that's it. I had some people kind of telling me that they thought it was terrible that way cops were back then, rubber hosing, And I said, the people that complained back then about cops that were rubber hosers, they whip you with a rubber hose, Instead of hauling your ass off to jail and having you locked up, they'd give you a grown-up spanking,
And go before a judge and have probation.
Yeah. Because they knew that comes out of the taxpayer's pocket. And they've considered themselves peace officers, and you were violating the peace of the community. I'm going to teach you not to do that no more. We don't need no judge or jury. And they say that was so cruel. It's so good they put an end to that and shit like that. I said, you know who bitched about that? The guys that got rubber hosed. It was the people that had it coming that complained about that. The people that wanted to feel safe and secure in their towns and happy didn't complain about it. They didn't complain about it because they knew if you're that stupid, you knew that's what you're going to get, then you aren't going to go out and do it. And yeah, so many things in the world has changed, and yeah, I know. Life is a bitch. Yeah. It's a big shit sandwich. We all got to take a bite. Yeah. Hey, you're serious. You're cutting out.
Yeah. I got about a half-mile walk to get to the bathroom, and then I need to go to bed.
Well, we're going to say good night to you, man. And stay in touch, man. Stay in touch.
Yep, will do.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, if you're parked, God knows what tomorrow will give you. But make sure to just check in and watch Sty Times. It's only an hour long. You can listen to it going on the road if you have.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Loving the studio.
Yeah, that was a bit of foresight, fortune telling, painting the room that color. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Painted that room 3 years ago, and I knew that was the right color.
I found my V8 sound card too.
Oh yeah.
And so that's something I'm going to play with over the next few days, try to get it hooked up and get some use out of it. Little sound effects for the channel and shit. Yeah. Having fun in this new studio. Yeah. You stay safe out there, man.
I'll do my best.
How are the roads down south there?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. Once I got past Minneapolis, it was pretty clear.
Oh, good. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, it got up to about 30 today. So.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it only got up to 10 degrees here. It's
Yeah, I got
supposed
nice.
to get -8 tonight, I think, and then -9 tomorrow night.
Yeah, it got nice enough to get the ice off my trailer and tarps. It's just a big block of ice I pulled in yesterday. But there's that freezing, foggy mist stuff all the way down.
Thick.
Yeah.
Yuck. Not good. Not good.
Nah.
I'll stay put right here.
Yeah, enjoy.
I gotta run around town tomorrow. I got things to mail out. I gotta pick up smokes and ice cream.
Good combination.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, those little swirl ice cream cones you get running water.
Yeah.
Those are pretty fucking good. They're gone.
Enjoy.
I'll replace them. You'll have plenty. Yeah, I'm gonna pick a couple boxes up tomorrow.
And they're just the right size.
Yep, I can. That's where I'm saying I'm eating better, man. I can eat those ice cream cones. It used to be I could just eat the ice cream, but oh man, Chowser, get something good. You just like, yeah. I'm going snack shopping tomorrow, man. No, that I put my channel money back towards the channel. Yeah, quite a bit going now with this.
Unless you're told to do otherwise,
Unless I'm told, I guess if I'm directed. With these 2 screens, I got YouTube running over on that side, chat on this side. Those super chats, man, that bright orange over on this screen, it's just like a giant pumpkin showed up on that screen because I got it set for 150% on the text. So just whoa, the whole screen turned orange. I just wow, can't miss that. Yeah, guess what Chowser just did. Thank you so much there, brother. That was great. Yeah. Snack on me. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Ice cream. Love my ice cream. Yeah. Well, running water's running out of here. We've been at it for 2 hours. I think we're going to wrap it up for the night, guys.
Very good.
The kind of an early Sunday, but heck, I'm just getting back into the streams here, Give me a while and we'll be right back up to those 3-4 hour streams. Oh no. Yeah, we don't need to be doing those. But what I'm gonna do on our way out the door is I'm gonna play my little clip on my program schedule so that everybody can be. There's King Bluto. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Damn right. That's the one thing that old Cosby got right. Yeah. Dad is great. He makes us chocolate cake. Yeah. About ordering a damn pizza in my town. Pizza Hut closed. So I ordered pizza from Domino's, waited 15 minutes, went to pick it up. Now they tell me it's another 30 minutes. What the hell is going on? Nobody wants to work. Yeah. Or they're getting all of Pizza Hut's business now, too. I mean, they shut down your Pizza Hut. Domino's is getting all of the business. And we can't keep up. Yeah, poor dumb bastards. That's one thing we don't have a lack of in this town. Lots of places that'll deliver. I mean, you can order online and there it comes. I mean, even like the Pizza Pub, small town pizza restaurant, bar combo. Yeah, you can order online and they deliver it right to your house. Yeah. Our Chinese place, deliver it right to your house. Domino's, all of it. We got all of them around here. Yeah. Yeah, just enough. Our custom pizza places here, the prices aren't that bad, actually. So, yeah. So with that, guys, we're going to head on out of here. Don't forget tomorrow night, Sty Times. And I'll see you sometime throughout the next week, all of you. I'll be here almost every night. Hey, Running Water, thanks, my son. You are great. Um, let's see. Wednesday is Sty Times. It's a good topic. It's called Father and Son. You might want to check that one out. And Phil, you're the bestest, man. You're the best. You're the best. I got to get over it. I keeping an eye on you, man. I got to get over when you're doing stuff.
Yeah, Monday nights are pretty much the only nights I go live now. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to get over there.
Otherwise, it's impromptu. So
yeah. So tomorrow night after my Sty Times, I know what to watch for. You betcha.
Alrighty, guys.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep it what?
Spicy.
Spicy.
Spicy,
You
guys.
betcha. Hey, bye-bye.
We all have a story, we all have a tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well.